Welcome to World Prism. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. A storm is brewing in Canada's automotive sector, pitting the federal government against Stellantis. At the heart of this conflict, Brampton, Ontario, where 3,000 workers face an uncertain future. Stellantis' decision to move Jeep Compass production to Illinois has rocked the community and forced Ottawa to act. Canada invested billions in Stellantis, expecting jobs and a long-term presence in return. The government now accuses Stellantis of breaking legally binding agreements and putting Canadian livelihoods at risk. Minister Mélanie Joly leads the charge, insisting public funds come with public responsibility. This is more than a business dispute. It's a battle for the soul of Canadian industry as the world shifts to electric vehicles. For Brampton's workers, the plant isn't just a job, it's a way of life. When operations paused for retooling, hope lingered. But as production moved, anxiety and anger grew. The government's fight is about protecting families, futures, and the promise of Canadian manufacturing. The stakes, not just one factory, but the future of Canada's auto sector. The outcome here will echo for generations. On November 3, 2025, Minister Joly escalated the dispute, launching a formal legal challenge against Stellantis. Canada accuses Stellantis of defaulting on its obligations, triggering a 30-day window for settlement. The government's demand bring vehicle production back to Brampton and secure the plant's future. Joly also insists Stellantis propose new mandates for Brampton, ensuring long-term viability even if Jeep production doesn't return. She demands extended support for furloughed workers through 2029. Warnenditsomen mind and donte sanin saas, tiba binger, solvefen, and steady zanet den bind rendan, fandra de pray for den town, outlobet tax the buyer munstan. Only a fraction of the promised money has been paid, but the principle is clear: public investment requires real commitments. Joly's legal stand is about more than jobs. It's about protecting the integrity of all future government partnerships. The message promises made to Canadians must be kept. This legal battle is a warning to all corporations seeking public funds. The government is fighting for Brampton, but also for the credibility of Canadian industrial policy. Billions are on the line, and so is public trust. The stakes are massive: $15 billion in subsidies for the Nexstar Energy EV battery plant, plus hundreds of millions for Stellantis' manufacturing operations. These investments were meant to secure Canada's place in the electric vehicle revolution and protect thousands of jobs. The Brampton plant's future was supposed to be guaranteed by explicit agreements tying funding to production and employment. As of late 2025, only a small portion of the funds had been paid, but the contract is central to Canada's case. For Brampton's 3,000 workers, the uncertainty is devastating. Many have spent decades at the plant. Losing it would cripple the local economy. Unifor, the union, is fighting alongside the government to defend these jobs and the community. The government sees its investment as a down payment on a prosperous future for Canadian workers. Stellantis' move is seen as taking public money without fulfilling obligations. This fight is about more than one plant. It's about ensuring public investment delivers public benefit. The outcome will shape the future of Canadian manufacturing. Stellantis tells a different story, insisting it hasn't broken any agreements. The company claims the Brampton plant is only paused for retooling, not closed, and that workers are on temporary layoff. Stellantis points to transfer opportunities for Brampton employees at other Ontario facilities, especially Windsor's new EV battery plant. For many workers, uprooting their lives isn't a real solution. Stellantis maintains it still has plans for Brampton, but specifics remain vague. Meanwhile, the company's investing $13 billion in U.S. operations, chasing favorable American policies. From a business perspective, Stellantis is following the money, even if it means political fallout in Canada. The company's ambiguity leaves workers and officials demanding real answers. The Stellantis dispute is shaped by a new wave of U.S. protectionism. President Trump's tariffs on Canadian-made vehicles threaten the integrated North American auto supply chain. Stellantis' move to Illinois is a direct response. Building Jeeps in the U.S. avoids costly tariffs. This business logic maximizes profits but comes at a steep cost for Canadian workers. Canada's auto sector is deeply tied to the U.S. market. When American rules change, Canada feels it instantly. The Brampton case is a warning. Even with trade deals, U.S. policies can pull jobs south. Minister Joly faces a dual challenge, enforcing domestic agreements while countering U.S. economic pressure. The fight for Brampton is now a test of national strategy, not just local labor. Canada must prove it's still a competitive place for automakers, despite US protectionism. The outcome will signal whether Canada can defend its industrial base in a shifting global landscape. The world is watching how Canada responds. The stakes go far beyond one plant. Unifor, representing Brampton's workers, is a key force in the fight, partnering with Minister Joly and Ontario's Vic Fedeli. The union keeps the human impact front and center, demanding jobs, fair treatment, and real guarantees. In Parliament, the dispute is political fuel. Opposition MPs question the wisdom and transparency of the government's massive subsidies. The debate is fierce. Was the next Star deal a visionary investment or a costly mistake? History looms large. In 2009, Canada bailed out Chrysler, now part of Stellantis, saving thousands of jobs. Joly's message: Canada stood by the company in crisis. Now it's time for Stellantis to stand by Canadians. The government argues that past support created a moral and legal obligation for Stellantis to prioritize Canadian jobs. The Brampton dispute is seen as a test of corporate loyalty and responsibility. The outcome will shape how future bailouts and partnerships are viewed. At its core, this is about trust between government, workers, and industry. The next few weeks are critical as Canada and Stellantis enter a 30-day settlement window. Behind closed doors, the hope is for a deal that brings production, or a new mandate, back to Brampton. A win would validate Joly's tough approach and set a precedent for future government deals. If talks fail, a drawn-out legal battle looms, with the government seeking to recover public funds. For Brampton's workers, clawing back money is little comfort if jobs are lost. This dispute is a defining moment for Canada's industrial policy and its relationship with global corporations. The outcome will send a message: government support comes with real expectations. A strong stand could deter future corporate backsliding. A loss could weaken Canada's leverage. The fight for Brampton is about more than jobs. It's about Canada's place in the global economy. The world is watching, and the consequences will be felt for years. The future of Canadian manufacturing hangs in the balance.